Yo, what is up, Shield Squad? Welcome to my first video of a series of how to riot shield. Now today I'm going to go through 3 tips that will hopefully help you win more games. Now before we get into that, I need you to understand one important thing. Call of Duty has a very low time to kill. Almost anybody can kill anybody. Everyone's very used to fighting a game where first to shoot wins, and that's why many people get frustrated when they fight a riot shielder. And where the thing is that I need you to understand is riot shielding is a counter fighting mechanism. You're not necessarily always killing people with the actual riot shield. You're waiting for something to happen, you're reacting, and you're using other strategies to win the game. Tip 1, anticipating mag dumps and reloads. I'll play the clip and I'll run back the specifics. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this. I'm going to talk about what he should have done versus what he did and how we reacted to that. Just as if you are fighting somebody behind cover, you're not going to shoot the wall. You're going to get an angle, which is what they should do. There's 1 burst. There's 2 bursts. Immediately after a second burst, typically you're going to have the advantage if they have to reload, switch to their primary slower gun, or they want to do a reposition. Either one of those 3 things is going to happen, or they'll use a tactical or a lethal. Anticipating that, I'm going to switch, slide cancel, aim off of these 2 mag dumps. 2, immediately switch, slide cancel, pre-aim. This is a little bit more of a drawn out mag dump, but I want to talk about cover, peak shooting, along with the mag dumps and reloads here. Two things I want you to understand here. Our riot shield is cover, and 2, he's got a WSP swarm, and I got the worst SMG in the game, and we were still able to take him out. 1 dump. He's wrapping around cover. I strafe around cover. A lot of times if I am in the open and I have my riot shield out, I will strafe behind cover as I'm making that switch. He's moving, and as he's moving and trying to catch that re-angle, just like I'm going to peek shot, I strafe back into cover, and now when I'm going to be exposed from cover, still have 22 bullets in the chamber, I'm going to put my cover, the riot shield, back up. He dumps again, and now I re-challenge. I know I can challenge this right in the open because I more than likely have more bullets, or I can catch him during his lack of shooting or post-burst and take him out. This mag dump is going to be off to explain a reload and how to react to that. Play it and we'll run it back. So here, what I want you to pay attention to, right there. As a riot shielder, I'm always watching their hands, whether they're switching to their other gun, they're reloading, they're throwing a tactical, they're throwing a lethal. He's switching to his primary. Typically, it's best to have an SMG on your back. And in this situation, I don't mind if he switches to his assault rifle because my SMG is going to have better strafe speed, it's going to have better ADS, and like I've spoken to prior, first to shoot wins. Right here, I have shot first, I have done damage first, and because he is with his slower gun, his AR, I'm able to win that fight. Moving on to my favorite tip, knifing. Now, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to teach you in this first video series on how to riot shield with stuns or anything like that. While it might be a viable strategy, it's not going to make you a better knifer. Play this clip and I'll run it back. All right, like I've said before, this is a first to shoot wins games. But now when there's a riot shield at play, we start this fight with half our health. Pretty much all of our shield is gone. Now he's doing the right thing. He's not shooting me. He's working to get an angle. Now what you do is if a sweat is working on getting an angle on you, you need to re-angle to exactly where he came from. Now, I am using a stim here to get a little bit of a speed boost. And right there, a little bit of a key component here is anticipating people's movements. Most people, when they move in one direction, they're going to move back in the complete opposite direction. So just as if he was taking cover here, a lot of people, what do? They re-challenge to the left. Same thing, he had re-angled to the right, he's going to push left. And as he does, we center on where he's going to be. My next knifing tip is strafe knifing. Let's run this and we'll play it back. He doesn't have a lethal. He's not trying to take a re-angle. He's simply moving back and forth. A very low level strategy. They move left, they're going to move right. We center on where they're going to be and we throw. Now, when you're strafing, you shouldn't just strafe left to right. In shooters, that's very easy to track. More so like this. And now when I'm aiming at him, I'm not aiming with my right toggle, I'm aiming with my left toggle. Just as if you recoil smooth by moving left to right with your left toggle with an assault rifle, I'm moving left to right. He moves left, I anticipate him to move right, and that's where I pre-aim. Here's my last tip, a last resort, something I don't typically recommend, the shield bash. Let's play this clip. It's a 2v1, end game, and I will run it back.
We gotta go zone, we're fighting zone.
He's low, he's low.
All right, so a couple of these tips are going to be a little bit more than just Riot Shield. It's going to be Battle Royale specific. We are fighting with zone here in the top left. We have to go to zone. There's 2 other people left. I do not like to fight 2 people and zone. I like to fight those things one at a time. So now my buddy Jobo Bear goes down. He's taking too much damage. I have to play my life. If there's a 2v1 situation, you need to create space, and typically one of the opponents is going to get ahead of the other one, and that's how you create 2 1v1s. I smoke. Now this is a little bit more of a tactical play, right? This isn't necessarily riot shielding. I had taken that space which he has to close, and I'm able to pre-aim. Now, take a look at this. This is where the bash comes into play. I have 2 bullets. I have cracked him. There's going to be a person on the left. Right there, we focus on the weak person. We don't have time to reload in the open. The only 2 things we can do is bash and throwing knife. But I'm gonna need my throwing knives for the second guy. Couple bashes there. That is the same situation as if, let's say you hit somebody with a throwing knife and you wanna close the gap. You can of course do that with stims and other tacticals, but you can also do that where if you throwing knife or you take shots like this, you can close the gap with the riot shield and down them with a bash. Now here, he's taking an angle to the right. He's not shooting me. He's doing exactly what he should be doing. I missed my first knife. I missed my second knife. We have 2 bullets in the chamber. We have no knives. We are at 60% health. All we have left is to bash. Now, this is actually a tip for my buddy Jobo Bear. You lose aim assist, I believe, in the smoke. And so he will often, if that is all he has, he will smoke and then he will bash to death. Again, this is a last case scenario. It's not typically a skillful approach, but it is a last case scenario that can help. I hope you guys enjoyed this intro to Riot Shield tips video series. I will definitely provide more in-depth ones in the future. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below and I'll see you in the next one.
Nice part. Holy